We had a couple questions over the past week or two about how we are planning on keeping Christ and Christmas and keeping materialism out of this holiday season. And that's sort of weighed heavily on my mind, and I've been just kind of running through my mind what we could do in December that would actually make a difference. Because I don't want to focus on the materialism, and I believe in teaching our kids how to do things for other people. So for the month of December, I'm going to need your guys' help with this. And I'm asking for you guys to help me to make a difference. And what I want to do is challenge all of you guys to find one person to make a difference in their life with alternative gift giving. And that might be raking someone's leaves. I know it's December, but I'm sure there's some places where leaves still need to be raked in December. Or maybe for some of you, it's shoveling snow, taking soup to someone that's sick, maybe some child care, thinking of alternative ways that you can bless someone this holiday season.
Or visiting a nursing home?
Right. And what I would like to see is you spending no more than $2.50 on doing this task. So pretty much anyone can do this. Any child, any adult, any senior, anyone can do this. Money should not be an issue. And this probably sounds totally crazy, but I would love to see if we could get 500 people to do this.
You know, not to rain on your parade, but I think 500 is way too much. I think we should aim, yes, I think we should aim for 100.
Oh, it seems like such a little number, though.
Yeah, that's 100 people being blessed. That's a pretty good number.
But, all right, so I guess we'll set the goal at 100, since Art doesn't think we can hit 500.
Well, maybe we can, but I don't want to get like 12 people and then say, well, we shot for 500 and we got 12.
Yeah, that looks pretty bad.
Yeah, I mean, shoot for 100, you get 12. Well, you know, we can make up for a few of those, so.
All right, so we'll shoot for 100, and that would be 100 people spending no more than $2.50 on.
Question.
What?
Is that 100 people doing this, or is it 100 people being blessed? Like, can one person bless 10 people?
Sure.
Okay, that counts as 10?
Right, if you do 10 different things. So it's not like if you help a family of 10 that you did 10 blessings. No. It's one item per group or family or okay. So if you did one thing for 10 people on each one day for 10 days, then that's 10 items.
Okay.
And just make sure if you're going to do this, just snap me a picture really quick so I can put together a video and we can all see what we've done. I still can't believe you don't think we can make 500.
We'll see.
Okay, guys, share this with your friends if you like this, and
prove me wrong.
I want to prove him wrong. He doesn't think I can get to 500, but I think you guys are super supportive, and I think you can help me get to 500, right?
Maybe they can with that plea like that.
Please.
And please prove me wrong. I love being wrong sometimes.
This is a good thing to be wrong about. A lot of you guys know that we homeschool, and we've had a wonderful opportunity from hearing from so many of you guys that we kind of gave a thought about how we could use hearing from you guys in our homeschooling. And Art came up with the idea of hanging up these big maps, and we're going to use little pins to mark all the places that places that we've heard from you guys.
We have 3 from Kentucky.
Let's see, where is Catletsburg, Kentucky?
It's actually on our big map here. It's right by Ashland. Right there.
It's right there.
Yeah, right by West Virginia and Ohio.
Yeah.
Berea, Kentucky.
Where's that?
Yeah, it's right. Okay, you found it?
It's actually on the map?
Yes, it is. And then the next one is Paducah, Kentucky, about right there.
Wow, covered the entire state.
I know, right. And we had 2 from Massachusetts. Hudson, Massachusetts, 30 miles west of Boston, right there.
Right near Worcestershire?
It's a little bit farther that way. A little bit farther east. There you go. Rockland, Massachusetts. about 20 miles southeast of Boston. Richmond, Virginia.
Oh, that one's clear on the map.
Yeah.
Richmond. Capital of Virginia.
St. Ignace, Michigan. You know where that is?
No.
Yep.
I've been there before. I actually have a story about St. Ignace.
Right
I
there.
was coming back from college. I went to college in Red Wing, Minnesota. And I went across the bridge, Mackinac Bridge, and it's $1.50 toll. I didn't have $1.50. So I asked them if I could write a check. And they said, we don't take checks. I'm like, okay, what am I going to do? I only had about 30 cents on me. So I went to the store. There's a store a little bit north of there. I bought a can of nuts, and I wrote the check for $1.50 over. And then I got my $1.50 cash, and I was able to go across the Mackinac Bridge. St. Louis, Missouri.
MS.
Right there.
Missouri.
Next one, Niwot, I think that's how you pronounce it, Colorado. It's a little bit south of
Right there?
Denver. Find Denver and go down a little
I
bit.
see someplace I want to go.
Where's that?
Dinosaur National Monument.
Well, that sounds cool. We heard from 3 people outside of the United States. Let's see, the Netherlands. I didn't get a city from the Netherlands, so I just put it right in the middle of Netherlands. Worcester, United Kingdom, which is about a little bit southwest of Birmingham. The last one is from St. David's, Wales. And they said in the letter that it's the smallest city in the world, which I found kind of interesting.
I found it on the
And
map.
it is right
At the very
right
tip.
there at the little tip.
Well, it's pretty neat hearing from you guys. Thank you so much for all those who have written to us so far. We really appreciate it a lot.
Yeah, thank you very much. And if you do write to us, just tell us a little bit about where you live.
Yep.
And we'll find that very interesting. And if we turn this a little bit, you see our Antarctica map. So if anybody's from Antarctica,
You have a whole map all to yourself. All right, what's next?
Some of your questions. Are you both involved in homeschooling? The answer is yes, we are. Janelle does far more than I do, but we both do it.
It varies. When I'm pregnant and I'm really not feeling that good, Art tends to be home more, doing more of the homeschooling. And when life is just normal, I'm doing most of it until I get to a point where I'm like, I don't understand this. And then Art comes home and helps. Usually it's John and Charity in the realm of math. I'm kind of like, whoop, that's your department.
How do you homeschool kids of different ages?
You know, you have to make it work, and John and Charity really have to do a lot of independent work. But the one thing I try to remember is homeschooling is not just book work. Homeschooling is happening 24 hours, 7 days a week. And you guys see on our videos how the kids are involved with the cooking, with the cleaning, with, you know, the digging outside and all that stuff. And that's all part of life training and homeschooling. So if, you know, homeschooling with all the kids is just normal everyday life. The book work is a little bit more challenging because, you know, you have the 2 older kids, and then Peter is at the age where he still needs a lot of my focused attention, but I also have Lydia and Mary who are, you know, clamoring for my attention. And thankfully Grace usually is still sleeping in the morning. And I found that Play-Doh is a huge help to the little girls when I'm trying to work with Peter. And the other thing is tracing cards, coloring books, pencils, things like that you can just have them sit next to you while you can work with the other kids, and that way they're not really getting into trouble because they're right next to you and you know what's going on, but you're still able to work with the other kids and get work done. And really I only need about an hour and a half, 2 hours of instruction time a day, and I can usually get that done while Grace is napping, and we move right along with our day.
Do you homeschool every day?
24/7. The formal homeschooling, I shoot for 5 days a week. Some days that doesn't happen because life happens. But my goal is to get through the kids' books all the way through an entire school year. I try to keep it Monday through Friday, but life does happen. Kids get sick, things happen, and we just roll with the punches.
Another thing, we do not take a big summer break, if any.
Every year the kids have to take some end of year testing because that's something that New York State requires. And every year I look at those results from the kids and because they're broken down very detailed into what are the children's strengths and what are their weaknesses, and then I just customize my curriculum and build on that. Some of the things, you can see where we were weak that one particular year on, and so the following year I try to make up for that. And so even though our homeschooling is a little bit, mixed up with all the kids, I still have that standard that I'm shooting for, and they're evaluated every year, and I can, really see where things need to be improved or where I'm doing well. And so far, every year the kids obviously, like all kids, have certain areas of weaknesses, but for the most part, the kids are doing outstanding on their exams, and every year we keep homeschooling because they're doing well.
How does Janelle nurse and edit?
It wasn't bad in the beginning when she was like eeny teeny because she didn't care what I was doing. But now that she's almost 9 months old, she has that distraction factor. Somebody walks in the door and she's checking everything out. So for editing purposes, I have a set of earbuds, and I try to sneak them, like if she's in my arm like this, I try to sneak them up around my back into my ear that way so she doesn't see the cord, because if she sees that cord, she is going to try to grab it and play with it. So right now, that's how I'm editing. And she's not nursing as much. I would say maybe 6-7 times a day. And to have enough time to edit when the house is quiet and the other kids aren't causing problems is pretty slim. So I do my editing after she goes to bed or when the kids are napping, and I try to work very quickly and efficiently. All right, how do you find time to do all of the laundry?
Well,
a little
I can
bit,
answer that one.
A little bit here and there.
If you're taking a kid potty, the laundry room is in the bathroom, so you quick throw it in, start it up, and then you do it. You learn how. You get efficient at it.
Right.
And also, if someone's watching anything on TV, which doesn't happen that much at our house, but when it does, you toss the laundry on the floor in the living room and say, you can watch TV as long as you're folding.
Right.
And we don't really have any problems with getting the laundry done.
I think we have about 8-9 loads a week
Probably
on
about that.
on average. It really depends on how messy the kids are.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not really, I don't think it's overwhelming. It's just as long as you stay on top of it and stay on top of the kids, making sure they don't try on clothes and then just chuck them on the floor because they didn't like it, and then that lands in the laundry basket. As long as I keep that under control, we don't have that much laundry.
Yeah, we have 6 people in the family that do laundry. Just the 2 younger kids don't. Other than that, everyone can do laundry.
Right.
Does everyone have their own dresser, or do you have a family closet? Well, everyone has their own dresser. We have thought about a family closet, but we just have not implemented it yet. We may.
And the last question, what religion are we?
Well, we go to a Baptist church, but we like to refer to ourselves more as biblical Christians. We try to follow what the Bible says, and we do it as good as we can. We're certainly not perfect, but we do try to please God in all that we do. Thank you to all those who have sent us some mail. We really enjoy getting it, and
You've made me very happy. I just love going to the P.O. box and opening it up and seeing that there's something in there. It brings me so much joy, and the kids really enjoy looking in there and being able to teach, geography lessons to them about these places that we're getting mail from is invaluable. It's making geography exciting for them. So
yeah, it was funny. I had this big atlas that I got a long time ago when I was a kid. We had put our pins in the map, and then here's Charity flipping through the atlas, looking around. Hey, I want to go there. It's kind of exciting. It makes us want to go travel. We don't travel a lot, but it makes us want to go on a family vacation, which maybe we'll do that. Probably not this winter, but after winter is over.
And I think that's an example of homeschooling that we were just talking about. Is it's not formal education, but it's this excitement that the kids are learning in such an informal way that they just retain all that. How many kids could you say, sit down with an atlas and see what you can learn? most kids would roll their eyes and be bored to tears. And just because of you guys sending us things and doing the math skills, all of a sudden there's this excitement to look at an atlas. So that's sort of our alternative homeschooling that happens beyond those 2 formal hours a day that we do for homeschooling.
One lady from Kentucky sent us a letter, and she wrote in there how we're having an effect on her community, and that's exciting to us.
Yes, yep. Because that's why we started this channel, is we want these videos to be a blessing to you. We want them to be encouraging to you. Please remember that we are going to try to do this challenge with your guys' help, and you're going to help prove this guy wrong, and hope we can try to aim for 500 things we can do for other people. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to it. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Like and share this video with others so they can also participate in this challenge. And we'll be posting updates throughout the month of December, letting you guys know how we're doing. And if you have any questions, just leave them in the comments below and we'll try to get back to you. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.